Hello and welcome to our nutraMetrix APN program for health professionals this morning. My name is Brandy Murphy. I'm the Director of Training and Field Development with nutraMetrix, and I'm joined with two partners from our IT team. We have Paul Dumas, who's one of the directors in IT, and Wendy Gold, one of our business analysts, and they've been key players in getting the APN program nutraMetricized, as we call it, so that we can use it for our health professionals. We're so thankful that you took some time to be with us this morning to learn about our affiliate publisher networker program and how it can impact our health professional accounts and help our health professionals grow their retail with nutraMetrix. So let's get started. Hi, Paul. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you, Brandy?
I'm doing great. Thank you. I'm going to start with you, Paul. Can you tell us a little bit about what is the APN program and why is it a good fit for our health professionals?
So we introduced the APN program some time ago, about 1.5 to 2 years ago. And the idea behind it was to enable people with websites and blogs to be able to promote our products. But at the same time, because we've always been able to do the copy paste thing, where you could go copy images, copy content, and go paste it on your site. But we wanted to have a live connection so that people could do that one time. And then whenever we updated our information within our system, it would update on the site that you just put that product on. So we created some tools that give you actually little snippets of code. So the real core of the APN product is we give you snippets of code that you put on your website or your blog that connect you to us. That way, when you decide what you want to promote, if we ever change the image of that product or any of the content or anything about that product, you get the same changes on your website and you stay current and you stay in sync with us. And so it allows people with websites and blogs to promote our products.
I love what you just said about how if the image changes or any of the information about the product changes, even if we were to change the product name, for example, that would automatically move over to the practitioner's website, which makes it kind of like a set it and forget it system almost, right? Like they get the code the one time and then it's always up to date, which is really great. Now, all of the products that are available on the nutrametrix.com website are available through the nutraMetrix Affiliate Publisher Network program. But we do also have additional products like some of our one cart products that are available through the shop.com partner stores that our practitioners could also use. So let's talk a little bit about that, because you mentioned that we have the ability to create links and be able to go directly to one of the websites, whether it be nutrametrix.com or the shop.com website if it's for a partner store product. But they could actually now take those links and put them through the link generator in the APN and keep them right on the site and take them off. Or they could create a kit and put that on their site as well. So can we talk a little bit about what the kits are?
Yeah, when we introduced the program, one of the first sets of feedback we started to get back from the field were, this is great, but the way it works is when somebody clicks on the promotion, it redirects that person to shop.com or Motives or Isotonics or whatever, which is great because then that person can purchase those products. But for whoever owns the site or the blog, they put a lot of investment in driving people there and trying to get their audience there. So they wanted to know if there's a way we could keep them on that site without them having to exit. And then the other thing we heard too was, is there some way we could be more selective about the products that we promote, right? Because you can pick one product at a time or you can pick a category or a group. But when we started talking to health professionals, we found out that they can be very selective about what they curate that they want to offer to their patients. And they may even want to put a group of products together to create a regimen of some kind. So those were the two things we wanted to address. Is one, with the kit generator, you can pick out one to as many products that you specifically want to promote, that you endorse. And then secondly, when they go through the process to purchase, they do go to a different checkout window, but they're not redirected to another site where they can get lost in a whole nother shopping experience. They stay on your practitioner site.
I think that's important to point out, because people that are watching this today, they could be health professionals themselves. They could be the staff members that work in the health professional's office that actually manage the practitioner's website. Or I know we have people that could be joining us who are kind of the IT team that works in tandem with the health professional to keep the website. Maybe it's their web developer or their web manager that keeps the website open. I think it's important for them to understand that you can promote the products without having to leave the practice website. And a lot of our practitioners, as you mentioned, have invested a lot of time, money, and energy into getting patients to go to their website, and they maybe don't want to send them off to nutrametrix.com or another site where the patient could get confused or overwhelmed by the numbers of product offered. So I think that's a really important point to share. If somebody wants to become or to use the APN program as a nutrametrix health professional, where do they go? How do they get started? What's the first step?
So under the assumption that they're going to be distributors or UFOs, right?
Correct. Yes.
Unfranchise.com. You log into your back office, unfranchise.com, and you go to My Account, My Services, and there'll be a link there for Affiliate Publisher Network. And that's it. Once you find that, then that's where the kit generator tool is located.
Awesome. And so they can create an affiliate ID, which is really easy. And once they have their affiliate ID, then they're going to be able to use that in that APN page on unfranchise.com. And guys, we do have on downloads an APN overview and FAQ that walks you through step-by-step with screen captures, how to create your affiliate ID and how to do that. And we're going to show you we're going to demonstrate some of the ease of use of the APN program with you today. So why don't we do that, Paul? Do you want to, let me pass the controls to you so you can share your screen. And why don't we just walk them through creating a kit. And you should be able to share your screen now.
So Brandy, you're going to be my, you're going to let me know when things are working as they should. Do you see it?
I can see it, yes.
You do see my screen? And you see the Dr. Wells Health integrated?
Yes, I can.
Great. All right. So what we're looking at, and you've seen this many times before, Brandy, is a mock-up of a HP's potential website, what it could look like. This isn't a real practice, but one we created just to demonstrate things with. And the page I'm showing you right here has a kit on it. So I'll show you this kit, and then we'll go through an exercise where we'll create a kit so you can see how easy it is to do. But to support the things we've been saying, this is a practitioner site, and here they've selected a group of 4 different products they wanted to promote to their visitors, to their patients. And you can see that they're staying right here on their on Dr. Wells Integrative Health site. And of these 4 items they've chosen, you can either select one at a time, or you can put this whole thing together with add the whole kit to the cart with one click. Back to the notion of a practitioner creating a regimen for something that's like a 90-day program or a 6-month program, whatever it might be. So when they click on one of these buttons to add it to cart, it automatically grabs all those items and lets the user know they've got a cart with items in it, and then they can go look and see what they are. The other thing you'll notice is we can even preset what the quantities are. So for example, if there's a product you want to promote to your patients, you know they need to have 2 or 3 of those bottles or whatever they may be for the regimen you're going to recommend, you can preset those quantities. And so I see that what I've got in my cart, it's what I'm really wanting to do. So I'm going to go to checkout. When I go to checkout, it does open another tab because we have to control the checkout process, obviously for security reasons, but that's all that's here is checkout. I'm not being redirected to another shopping experience.
Awesome.
And here I can check out by logging in or by doing the guest checkout. And then once I've completed that and this tab closes, I'm back to the practitioner's website.
That's awesome. And so now if you showed that if they are a new preferred customer within our system, they can register right there on the site. Or if they're an existing preferred customer already registered with nutraMetrix, or the practitioner's nutrametrix.com site, or whether the practitioner or their staff registered them either in unfranchise or on the staff back office, they would already be able to log in just with their existing email. Now, what happens if it's a customer who's already been registered and they happen to be on someone else's blog and they see it? Does it redirect back to the original practitioner that recommended products to them?
So when they log in, when that person logs in and they place that order, the credit for that order is going to go to whoever they were associated with originally.
Great. So it preserves the customer relationship.
The boundaries of an organization.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. You guys thought of everything when you built this. So I'm so thankful for your support in putting this together. So let's talk about now, let's say they wanted to not just create a kit, but a lot of our practitioners are bloggers, and they're really about educating their patient on why they should take a specific product. Is there a way to kind of use the kit as part of a blog process to market the products?
So let's go through an exercise here. Let's say that this was your practice and you wanted to do exactly what you said. You wanted to create an article and have a kit of products to associate with that article. I've already got an articles page here, but it's empty.
Okay.
And so I need content. Well, one of the nice things that we do here at, within Market America is we provide content as well. So I think this is one of the blog articles that has been produced and offered out to the field. I've already selected it to copy it, and it's about aloe vera. So I'm just going to copy it, and I'm going to come back, and I'm using these tools work with any site editor, GoDaddy, WordPress, Wix, Squarespace. I'm using something from Zoho Sites because it's free and it lets me use it to create all these demonstrations. So I'm going to go back to my website editor. I'm going to open up that page and you can see it's empty, but I'm going to add an element now just to drop that article in there. And so now I've got my article on the page, right?
Awesome. And that was just copy and paste. That was just copy and paste from one of the nutraMetrix blog articles. And we teach in our NC and our HP trainings all the time. Creativity is sometimes concealing your source, and use the information that we provide. Now, you may need to make it your own. You might need to massage it a little bit. You might want to change the wording a little bit, and that's okay. We are just going to encourage you as a practitioner not to make any outlandish product claims or disease state claims. So make sure that you're staying within safe harbor with your product claims, and using the company literature will help you do that. But I love that you can copy and paste if you want to, or you can modify if you want to. So that's a great point.
Okay. So now the next thing we want to do is, now that we have this content, we wanted to promote products related to that content. So we're probably going to want to promote some kind of aloe related products. So we're going to go to unfranchise, like we talked about before. And as I described before, it's under My Account, My Services, Affiliate Publisher Network. And this is where you can come find the kit generator. Okay.
Yep, and you're already registered. You already have an APN ID, your affiliate ID. So that's right there at the top. So you don't need to register because you already are. But if you're there for the first time, you would just create the, fill out the registration button, and then.
Well, actually, when you come here for the first time, it just prompts you with your information and asks you if you want to opt in. There's no extra charge for this whatsoever. It's just an agreement to say, I want to participate. Perfect. And once you opt in, then it will assign you your publisher ID, and you use that publisher ID in the tools going forward.
Awesome.
Okay. So if I'm going to use the kit generator, it's going to pre-populate my publisher ID in there. I don't even have to think about that. Have to give the kit a name. We'll call it aloe for this exercise. And then you can see that I can select products from any of the sites I have access to, but only if I'm an HP do I see nutraMetrix in the dropdown. That's only available to people who are HPs. This is part of what we just released in January. Okay.
Awesome.
So I'm going to select nutraMetrix. And the only shipping destination we have right now is the United States. And then I'm going to do a search for products now. I can either search for a term or I can pick categories, but I know I'm interested in aloe stuff. So I'm going to do search for aloe. And it's going to bring me up a list of products that meet that search. And I've already done this a few minutes ago, so you can see where it pre-selected some items. I'm going to clear that out. So I'm going to clear those selections out so we can start from scratch. This is where I was making sure things were going to work before we got on the call.
Always a good plan.
Yeah, always good to practice before you try to do something live. So I've got one more to get rid of, and then we'll do it from scratch. Okay, now they're all gone. Okay, so searching for aloe products, and you're going to help me out. I guess we're going to do aloe for sure, right?
Yeah, let's do the aloe juice. Let's do the aloe packets, and we could do the aloe tablets. There's actually all 4 of those products would work with the blog article that you picked. So it talks about the benefits of aloe. All 4 of those products I think would be great to add to a kit that goes underneath that blog article.
Okay, so I'm going to select aloe, and if there's any permutations for a product, it'll let you know that. Come on, back up here. 1 second. So if there are permutations like doses or flavors, it'll let you know that about a product, and you can pick which specific one you want.
Yeah, and there are several flavors of aloe, so that is going to pop up. Strawberry kiwi is our best seller.
So we'll go with kiwi. And see, this is where I could adjust the quantity. If I wanted to preset that, I could do that. So we picked one. We'll pick this one, I think, is what we were talking about before.
Yeah, and that
And
that
we'll
one's
get
great for if people are traveling or they're going out to eat, and they want to be able to carry their aloe with them or take it to work with them to be able to have kind of a no mess way to take their aloe during the day.
So we've got two aloe products selected. Do you want to pick some digestive products? They seem to have the same kind of
Sure,
audience.
we could pick digestive enzymes, and just like the aloe that we selected there, there's a bottle that they could have for home, and there are travel packets that they could take with them to work.
So in the digestive one, which one do you want to pick?
Let's
Travel
pick
pack?
the first two.
So we'll get that one, and we'll get this one.
Correct. That's a great digestive
And we'll
health
get
regimen.
the single bottle.
Yes.
So now I've got these selected. You can see they're outlined in a different color. And I'm going to grab, it's called a code snippet. And this is really where the magic happens, because this gives me a little snippet of code that I'm going to paste into my website. And there it is, right? I'm going to copy it to my clipboard. I'm going to go back to my website. And this is where my article is. Remember what we pasted that in?
Yes.
Now I'm going to add one more element underneath it. And in every website editor, there's going to be some kind of widget or element where you can add a code, a snippet of code. It's going to either say code snippet or HTML or something like that. This is very common in every website editor. So I'm going to grab that and drop it in here, and it's ready for my code. I'm going to paste it, and I have to give this just a name. But this is the magic right here where we paste this code into the website. Okay, I'm gonna hit OK, and I'm gonna publish. Now I'm gonna go back. Now you see my articles page has nothing on it, but now it does. This is what we just did. It was that quick. There's the article, and then there's my list of products. So somebody comes to my website, they read the article about aloe vera, and then immediately they've got access to these products that I have personally curated and picked and decided to put here on the site.
That's
and then
great.
they can decide to pick either individual one, or they can add the whole kit to their cart and then check out and purchase.
Now, I know you mentioned that you're using, I think, Zoho site. You said,
Yeah,
but this also
Zoho.
works with both our full Web Center program websites and our the Oasis sites through explorema.com, which are what we call our digital marketing sites through the Web Center
Yes.
program. So
Yes.
even if you're using one of our Web Center sites, we have the ability to include the APN program on those as well.
Actually, the Web Centers program has a specific custom widget it built for APN, so it's tailored for this exactly.
That's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, one of the other things that we talked about is sometimes people ask, okay, what happens when one of my customers or patients purchases from here? How do I get notified? Do I need to ship them product, or does it still ship directly from the company? Does it work with iTransact? Those are some of the questions that we get asked about. What happens to the payment end?
So the thing we also did is we wanted to make sure we didn't reinvent anything, that we didn't have to. So when you go to this remote checkout process, even though it's a remote checkout process, it's exactly the same as checking out at nutraMetrix.com. So the same processes, the same alerts, the same email notifications, everything will be exactly the same as if they purchased from nutraMetrix.
You guys made it so easy, so easy. And we also talked about, there's something called the Chrome sidebar. What is that, and how does that work?
So the Chrome extension is something you can use with a Chrome browser. And here I've got nutraMetrix pulled up, and I'm in a Chrome browser. If you go to the Chrome store, you go to the Chrome store and do a search for APN. You'll see that we've published there through Chrome an APN sidebar, and you click on it and it'll let you add it to Chrome if you haven't already added it. And then once it's added, you'll have this little icon that's included with your extensions for Chrome. It's called APN sidebar. And what this does for you is, once I'm on a nutraMetrix site or a shop.com site or any of our customer sites, I can navigate to a product page. So let's say I want to find OPC3 because I'm going to promote that on my website, and let's go with the choose. Once I'm on the product page, I can click on that extension, and it's going to bring up a window, and it's going to do something very similar to what we saw before, where I'm going to have snippets of code available for me to copy and go paste into my site. So let's say that I wanted a promotion on my site that looks like this particular option here, where I've got an image of the product, the title, and the price, and even the potential cash back. Or I could say, no, I just want the image because maybe I'm going to embed it inside something else on my site. Or maybe I just want the name of the title of the item because I'm going to embed it in an article in a blog or something like that. So I've got options here. But if I were to pick this first one, all I have to do is copy the code underneath it, just with a simple copy, and then go back and paste it into my site wherever I want it. So I've already got an example here on the first page. If I go back to the home page, I put one in here just before the call. You can see this is what it will look like on your site. In this case, I picked the Isotonics Daily Essentials. So it's promoting the nutraMetrix version of those isotonics. Now in this case, this is working like the old model that we had when we initially launched APN. So when your visitor clicks on it, it's going to take them directly to the nutraMetrix site, the product page for that product, but they're going to be on your portal. So if it's a first-time visitor, when they register, they'll belong to you. They'll be part of your organization. And they can also continue to just shop here for anything else they want on nutraMetrix. Once they add this to their cart, they can continue to browse and just place as large of an order as they want to. And then when it closes out, then they're back at your website.
What I love
That's
about this is you're giving the health professionals and the web designers so many different options, whether they want to have the checkout embedded, kind of, even though it's on a separate window, but embedded on the practitioner's website without them having to go to nutrametrix.com, or maybe they want to promote their nutrametrix.com site so that the patients can manage their own orders and pick out the things that they want to buy themselves. So no matter which way the practitioner wants to go, hand selecting products, keeping them on their practice website or blog, or referring them to their own nutrametrix.com website, the practitioner has options. So there's so many great things about this APN program that I think is really going to help increase the retail efforts of our practitioners that want to get the products into the hands of their patients, because the only way that the products improve the patient's health is if they actually take them, which means it needs to be easy for them to buy. And this helps make it really easy for them to make their purchase.
And I think if I could just reiterate one point that makes APN different and why we even built it to start with is you could have, like I said before, you could have built this little promotion by copying this image and copying this information and pasting it. But since we put that snippet of code there instead, there's a direct connection from here back to us. So if we change the image of this product, it'll show up here when we change it. If we change the title, if we change the pricing, if we change the cashback, if we make any changes in our system, they'll be reflected here on this website with no change, no work from the person that administrates this site.
That's what I love. Set it and forget it.
Because if I'm a visitor, if I'm a visitor and I come here and I see this and I say, well, that looks interesting. And if I were to click on it and then when I get there, I see a different picture, I may not even know if I'm looking at the right product. If I see a different price, I may feel like I just had a bait and switch kind of thrown at me, right? So the fact that you're always going to have the same information here that we have on our site, I think is pretty critical. And that's what the core part of the APN program is about.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm so excited for the practitioners to really dig in and use it. And the practitioners who have started, because we launched it a little bit earlier this year, the practitioners that started using it are loving it and getting great results. And so I'm so thankful that you guys took some time today to share this with our practitioners and their staff and their web developers that are watching this. Any other questions or any other tidbits that I forgot to ask you that maybe we should bring up? Or Wendy, can you think of anything that that we didn't cover that we want to be able to introduce to the practitioners?
I think we did a good job. Just if they want to promote the shop.com products that in terms of the one cart products that they can use some of the other tools that we have available, which is they can use the sidebar for the shop products, and they can use the widget wizard for the shop products as well, which I don't think we went over that one.
Oh, that's a great point.
Tool that's available.
I love that, because I have a massage therapist who is really into foam rolling, and having her clients use foam rollers in between sessions. It's kind of their massage homework. They can do it at home. And we offer foam rollers through shop.com. And so if she's writing a blog article about the benefits of foam rolling, she can use the widget wizard to feature foam rollers on her page, which makes it really nice.
Yeah. So one thing that maybe the audience could do at some point, Brandy, there's another website. It's APN Spa at zohosites.com. This is another demonstration site. and they can go here to see all the different opportunities they have for promoting products and different ways they can do it. And everything you see here was built with one of the tools through APN.
That's
And
awesome.
and to Wendy's point, when we think about all the products that we sell on shop.com, you can find other things that may not be some of our core product line that are exclusive to us, but that are still very relative to your audience. For example, here I've got, exercise or leisure wear that we're promoting. It's the same thing that happens. Somebody sees it and they like it. They go through and they purchase it at shop.com. You get the same credit that you would with a normal purchase.
That's awesome. Okay, well, thank you so much. I think this was a great overview without taking too much of the practitioner's busy time. And I appreciate you guys for joining me today. We're going to be posting this in our learning management system, so it'll be available for our NCs and our HPs to learn how to use the APN. And again, thank you so much for your efforts and your support with nutraMetrix. And we hope everyone has a great day. And we'll see you on your nutraMetrix websites and at our nutraMetrix events, learning more about promoting the products and growing your practice. Thank you so much. Bye.